What is up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Gagan, and welcome back to the channel. It is a blessing to have all of you guys here on May 12th, a very, very, very bloody day in cryptocurrency history. But with that being said, we're going to keep pushing on. And I want to say this when I first get started, guys. If you're looking for a stream where someone's going to be upset about the prices, where someone's going to be incredibly bearish, let me just tell you one thing. You guys are already in the wrong place. You guys know my stance on cryptocurrency. You know my thoughts on cryptocurrency, where I believe cryptocurrency is going to go. And with that note, I'm ready to either get very, very wealthy with cryptocurrency or ride it to zero. Now, there's so much to cover here, but in typical fashion, let's start off by welcoming our guest to the Jay Gagan Show. We got 𝗖𝗎𝗓 in the house. Crypto Steve-O is here. Striker's here. Silly Willy is ready to get weird. Midwest mold removal is here. Pepsi, my guy, what's going on? Charles is here, and shout out to Esther as well as Arturo. Now, if you haven't yet, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, like that stream, and let's get into a show. Also, my guy, Crypto with Mike, is here. But like I said, guys, there is so much to cover today. We're going to be talking Volt Inu updates, everything that's happening with Volt Inu, because there is a lot that's happening with Volt Inu. We're going to be giving my thoughts on Luna, because I think it's important for everybody in the crypto space to understand what's going on with Luna. There's obviously still a lot of information that's coming out, but this is something that has had a tremendous impact on millions of people. And I think in cryptocurrency, there's a lot of diversity. There's a lot of cultish, everybody chooses and picks these certain teams. But at the end of the day, we're all one. And when our brothers and sisters are losing money and losing their retirements like we're seeing with Luna, I think it's important that we pay homage to that. And then we're going to be recapping the UFC 274 weekend that I just had in Scottsdale. I'll tell you what, guys, I go to Scottsdale for a couple days. I come back and the market turns to absolute, but that's okay because it will rebound. Now, let's take a look at the crypto market today as it is today, and let's vote a little bit on this live stream. What do you guys say? Let's have some fun. Too many people are bearish. Too many people are sad on Twitter today and on YouTube. Let's have some fun. Let's bring up these vibes. Even though we're in bad days, I understand, guys. Your portfolio is hurting. My portfolio is hurting. Everybody's portfolio is hurting. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to rebound. And I do believe in crypto. I do believe in a lot of projects that we're going to be talking about, except Luna. I don't know if I believe in Luna. We'll talk about that. But I do believe in the other projects we're going to be talking about. And we will see brighter days. So in good times and bad, you guys have my word. I'll always show up. And I appreciate you guys always showing up as well. Now, without further ado, let's do it on the stream. So crypto, nobody wants to see that. I'm pretty sure when I left last week, we're at like a $1.8 trillion market cap. Currently today, $1.23 trillion market cap. Bitcoin, $28.97. ETH below $2,000. Tether, this is going to be something very, very interesting for us to look at, guys. This is going to be something that we need to look at. Tether. I don't own much Tether, very little. But obviously you can see Tether somewhat depegging down 0.27%. This is going to be something that we need to keep our eyes on. Hopefully we don't see another UST like we saw with Luna's stablecoin. USDC holding strong. My only recommendation, guys, I never give financial advice, but if you do have Tether or you do have some sort of a stablecoin, your safer bet, in my opinion, after doing research, is probably USDC. This is what I'm holding right now because it is backed by actual physical dollars and backed by Coinbase. Everything's down. Do we need to go into it? Do I have to look at it all? Cardano, I hold a lot of Cardano. I mean, I'm down on my Cardano bag. Solana, I hold a lot of Solana, down on that. Polkadot, down on that. Everything's down. Everything's down. ApeCoin, everything's down. But this is where millionaires are made. I'm not going to say that we've seen the lowest because I don't think we've seen the bottom. I don't think we've seen the bottom. But if you ask any successful investor when they made their money, they're going to tell you that they made their money during the bloodiest, reddest days. I bought a Bitcoin at 32,000. I'm down on that. But I understand where Bitcoin is going. I understand where crypto is going. I understand in the future, we're going to see a $100,000 Bitcoin. We're going to see a $150,000 Bitcoin. I think we're going to see a $250,000 Bitcoin sometime in the next decade or so. So this is when champions are made. This is where millionaires are made during these bloody days. I know it's not fun, but look, Warren Buffett does not own a single piece of cryptocurrency, and his famous phrase rings true in the crypto markets as well as the stock markets. When people are fearful, be greedy. When people are greedy, be fearful. There's a lot of fear on the streets right now. There's a lot of fear on the streets right now. So it's important for us, if we have the capital, which if you follow the strategies, you do have the capital, When the meme coins and the altcoins were at their all-time highs, you were taking profits, you were stacking USDC, you were stacking USDT, you were stacking cash for moments like this, because this is where champions are made. Now, I don't know. It could go down more. People are saying it could go to 20,000. Some people are saying it could go to 17,000 and bounce back up. What I'm hearing, though, from a lot of people is they don't expect it to be a long bear market. People are saying, I was listening to Charles Hoskinson last night, and we'll talk about him, but he was saying that he expects it to go down a little bit more. He also expects it to be about a 3 to 6 month bear market. There's a lot of different experts out there who are saying different things. So the crypto market's down. Everything is down. Everything is down. Let me ask you guys, though, are you guys holding strong? How are you guys doing in the chat? Let me ask you. Let me connect with you guys for a second. How are you guys doing in the chat? Are you guys holding strong? Are you guys panic selling? Are you guys buying more? Let me know in the chat what you guys are doing with your guys' crypto portfolios. For me, I'm not selling anything at this price. Nothing. Not a dollar. I haven't been. I'm holding a lot of my top coins long term, and a lot of my meme coins as well that I believe are going to make a rebound. And I'm buying. I'm ready to buy. I'm ready to buy. We're going to be purchasing at this price or even lower. We're going to wait for the bottom. I'm going to be watching this closely, but we're going to be buying. It looks like a lot of people are holding strong. And a quick look here at Volt Inu as well. Volt Inu is down. But let me talk about Volt for a second. I put out a tweet earlier today in which I said meme coins with strong communities are going to rebound like we've never seen before. Meme coins with strong utility and strong communities are going to rebound higher than we've ever seen before. And all of you guys in the chat right now can probably agree. Drop some volts if you agree with this. Don't drop a single volt if you don't agree, though. Volt Inu has one of the strongest communities in the meme coin sector, and they are not even close to being the biggest community. There's only 45,000 holders, and I say only, but it's because there's tokens like 𝗪𝗧𝗪 that has 67. There's tokens like 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧𝗪 with 300,000 plus. There's tokens like 𝗪𝗧𝗪 with 1.1 million plus. Volt Inu only, I say only respectfully, has 45,000 holders. I personally believe this token is going to bounce back like we've never seen before. And something important to point out here, Volt Inu currently has a $45 million market cap. Do you guys remember when we made the migration? Do you guys remember when we did the migration? The market cap was below 45 million. So Volt Inu, although down from the all-time high, although down 67% after this disastrous crash that we're seeing here in the crypto market, is still up from when it migrated to V2. So there's still a lot of things to be bullish on for Volt Inu. But let me check the chat. Let me check what you guys are saying. Like I said, I see a lot of volts. I see a lot of volts in the house. Ian Heinich is in the house. Let's go ahead and send Ian Heinich a link here. See if he wants to join into the stream. Would love to have Ian Heinich in the stream. Hear his thoughts on what's going on with the crypto market. I'm going to go ahead and send him a link in. And guys, we have 100 people in the chat. 35 likes if you have not yet. You know what to do. I was going to make like a Luna terror joke, but it probably would have fell flat. Smash that like button. I think it's a little bit easier. We'll just say smash it. I was going to make a 𝗪𝗓𝗏 joke. Shout out to Adrian Holder. He said, sup, Ian. Ian, if Ian's still in chat, I just sent him a link if he wants to join us here on the Jake Gagan show. So let me remind everybody about what's going on with Volt Inu. Volt Inu is set to do a $1 million token burn, $500,000 on the Binance Smart Chain, $500,000 on the Ethereum blockchain when Volt Inu surpasses all-time highs. So this is going to be good news for a few reasons. Obviously, we're going to turn the momentum around, not just for Volt, because for Volt to surpass an all-time high, we're going to have to see the crypto market recover. So we're going to see the crypto market recover. We're going to see Volt Inu recover. We're going to see the momentum come back to crypto. And then out of nowhere, out of left field, ladies and gentlemen, Voltoshi is going to burn $1 million worth of tokens, which is going to have a huge impact on the price. So that's one thing to look forward here, is the fact that Volt Inu is going to burn $1 million worth of tokens. I've never seen this done before, guys, by a token that's this far in their life cycle. I made a video about that earlier this week. I think they announced it on Monday. I've never seen a token this far in their life cycle make this type of announcement. So it's going to be big to see a $1 million burn here from Volt Inu. And look, the marketing is still going on. This is from the Bodrum. The Bodrum. I don't know where the Bodrum is. Does anybody know? It looks like it's in Turkey or something. It looks like a nice area, but Volt Inu. Sponsorships are still happening. Plays are still being made. Volt Inu is still outside of this beautiful restaurant by these massive yachts, still making it happen. Still making it happen. And then if that wasn't enough, the $1 billion burn. If that wasn't enough, the $1 billion burn. Volt Inu is now listed on BitKeep OS I believe this is the 21st or 22nd centralized exchange. So you asked me, Jake, and people have been asking me this. Jake, is Volt Inu dead? I go, guys, no. The community is too strong. The dev team is too strong. And they keep executing even during these bearish times. They are building. People are seeing what Volt Inu is doing. And when this market does recover, they're going to be coming in and they're going to be trying to join the Volt army like we've never seen before. Now, let me take some time to acknowledge the donation from my guy, Moses. Thank you so much, Moses, for the $49.99 donation. He said, all we do is Volt. And that's true. We're volting to the moon. We're volting in good times and bad times. I think that's something that we need to make a slogan. We volt during good times and we volt during bad times. Thank you so much, Moses, from the bottom of my heart. And oh, look who just joined us in the chat. He just got the link and he's going to be joining us here right now, guys. We have current UFC fighter and Volt Inu brand ambassador 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃 in the chat. If you guys want to see Ian, come on to the Jake Hagan show to talk about Volt Inu. You know what to do. Leave some electricity bolts, guys. Flood the comments. Flood it with Ian's. Flood it with the electricity bolts. And let's get our guy Ian in here right now to see what his thoughts are on the crypto market. Ian's a smart guy, so I had to put my glasses on to make me look a little bit smarter when he joins in here. But let's get Ian in here. Once I see the comments, he'll give me a thumbs up down there, and we're gonna get this party started. You know what we need to? I think we need some music, guys. I think we need some vibes. So let's get this going. Let's get the music up. You're gonna be live with Jake Hagan and 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃. I know the markets are bleeding. But without further ado, let's crank this music up. Come on, guys. We know where this is going. We know where this market is going. It looks like everybody wants to see Ian. Get you some Volt, Jake. All right, Party Music 2021. Let's get 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃 on the Jake Hagan show. Ian, how are you doing, my brother? And welcome back to the channel.
Jake, what's going on, man? Yeah, like you said, bro, watching your show is always a vibe, man. And that's why you bring the energy every time. Good days, bad days. You know you can tune into the Jake Hagan show. You can feel good. You can get that energy going. And yeah, like you said, man, we're volting every single day. You know, even when the market like tanked, like it was flying down, Volt still went up 40%. But yes, Volt is down. But like the people, they need to remember that since the V2 migration, we are still in the green. Still up.
Crazy.
Absolutely, man. It just shows the potential. Like we weren't even in a bullish market, and Volt went from like a $50 million market cap all the way up to almost, or they did surpass a $200 million market cap.
250, I believe, almost.
Wow. Yeah. See, that is incredible for a coin to do that. Kind of the bearish market. Obviously, the fear set in. The more the market kept going down, people keep getting more nervous. And you know, this happens every time, Jake. Like people.
Volgasms.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Yeah, man.
That's a first.
Look, you said it right though. It's like, look, the reason that I try to still bring these streams is because we've been here before. Does anybody remember? Should I pull up a chart? Does anybody remember what happened here around this time last year? Does anybody remember what happened around this time last year? Let me just pull this up. Let me pull it up, Ian, because I know a lot of people are curious.
Yeah, let's check
around this time last year, right? So we're gonna go to let's see, it's May. So June and July of 2021. Can everybody see this? June and July of 2021, Ian. We hit a pretty much an all-time low. I think it dipped down to around 27,000. CoinMarketCap isn't showing an updated reading. It hit around 27,000 in July of 2021. And then what happened after that? 4 months later, an all-time high of 69,000. So look, there's so much institutional money in crypto right now. And I understand what's going on with LUNA is terrible. There's so much institutional money in crypto right now that we might have a short bear market and then see this thing fly like we saw previously, right? Who knows what's happening with market manipulation? But I know a lot of you guys saw that tweet that went around. The top 10 Bitcoin wallets in the world added close to $2 billion in a matter of 24 hours, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You see the big money, what they do. And, you know, unfortunately, I mean, this is what got me into crypto. The whole AMC debacle, the GameStop, Citadel, them shorting stocks, them, you know, profiting off the little guy, the market all being rigged. And, you know, crypto felt like it had some freedom. But unfortunately, where there's big money to be made, there'll be big corruption coming in. And, you know, I can't sit here and say that, you know, it was market manipulators, but I'm not going to deny it because, I mean, you see some weird stuff happening, and you see the big money. I mean, obviously these guys want to make money. So, you know, what happened with Luna is a terrible thing. It was definitely, you know, some inside stuff that we don't know about 100% yet that was, you know, not right. There was definitely some funny play there, and for it to crash the whole market. But I know one of the guests we're going to bring on later, I'm not going to mention his name, but he is an OG of this game. He has been through probably every single crash in crypto. And, you know, it always is triggered by some crazy FUD like this, some debacle, some coin, and then it just spirals down the market. But, you know, we're very confident that with this huge drop, I'm not going to say 1 month, 1 week, tomorrow, but I do believe sometime soon in the near future, we are going to have a spring back in the bull market, probably that we've never seen in the history of crypto. I believe it's going to skyrocket. And like you said, the tokens like Volt Inu, like 𝗪𝗧𝗛, like these communities that have, or these coins that have huge communities, they're going to explode with the market. And, you know, they're going to be here to stay. And a lot of coins are going to die right now, but the ones with big communities, they're not going anywhere.
I agree, man. And I would agree too. And this is what I'm doing, guys. And I never give financial advice. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm holding strong, and I'm waiting to buy more crypto, because I've said this before. You know, I'm 26. A lot of these people that have cryptocurrency, like Pomp, like Michael Saylor, like Kevin O'Leary, like these guys have millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin already. Like we don't. The average investor does not. We do not. So I actually, it's just crazy, but back in November, I remember praying for times like these. I was like, please, if the price goes down, like I'll be ready. I'll buy. I need more. I need more ETH. I need more Bitcoin. I need more Volt. I need more of these different cryptocurrencies. And here we are. Our prayers have been answered, right? We're given this opportunity, but guess what? Now it's coming, and there's that fear. You're like, oh, should I do it? But back in November, all of us were hoping that the price of Bitcoin would go back below 30,000. Well, here's our opportunity. Here's our opportunity. My guy Super Score says, pump it up. We got to pump it up. We got to pump it up.
Let's pump it up, man.
And look at this. We got 𝗪𝗧𝗡𝗘𝗧𝗏. He said, Jake again, I couldn't afford to miss today's show. It's 2:15 a.m. here in South Africa, but I stayed up to not miss it. I'm also loading up, guys. Let's give a shout out to 𝗪𝗧𝗡𝗘𝗧𝗏 for first up, staying up to 2:15 a.m. in South Africa for the Jake Gagan show.
You know, and like you're saying, Jake, yeah, we've all been kind of waiting for this. Today, I actually purchased close to half a Bitcoin. You know, I think I'm going to purchase. Bro. I'm going to purchase my next half. I do think the market's going to flirt. It could go a little bit lower. It's 50-50 right now. Randolph, what's up, bro? We could drop down, and you know, it would be an amazing discounted buy. But you always see this, right? The fear comes in. People, oh, crypto's over, this and that, and then all of a sudden it skyrockets, and everyone FOMOs back in. So, you know, I mean, what's a good strategy, right? When you're at the top, start moving some profits to USDC or cash out. Just take profits and bank it up in the side. Put somewhere you need to pay taxes. Put somewhere you need to live, and put some for the next dip, because that's when millionaires are made. As you tweeted earlier, it's a truth. It's a fact. You hear all the stories. Oh, well, this guy's super rich because he bought in when the market crashed. Yes, that is what you have to do.
You have to. It takes courage. It takes balls. It takes ovaries, I guess, if you're a lady. You know, it takes whatever you got.
But here's money, the thing. Don't make money.
That is where millionaires are made. It does take a strategy. It does take a play. Congratulations on buying that half a Bitcoin. I'm going to be loading up. I want to look. Here's the thing that I have in my mind. To get into the 1% of Bitcoiners in the world, you have to own 1 Bitcoin. To get into the 0.1%, you have to own 15. I think it's 15. I think it's 15. I think it's 15, according to what 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗏 said. Okay. So I have my eyes set on that. Now, we would be remiss. I know this is a Volt Inu stream. We're going to be doing different things here, but we have to talk about what is going on with Luna, because this shit is insane, dude. Like it's actually insane what's going on with Luna. So the price of Luna was over $115 last month, guys. Last month. The current price today is less than a penny, which is insane. And I don't own any Luna. I never did. It was one of the projects that, like, as a content creator, you kind of get shilled these different projects. Back in January, Luna was around $5, and their community, the Lunatics, were trying to shill me their project. And I was like, damn, this thing is sick. But it just went from $1 to $15. I'm like, it's already late, right? I want to wait out. Little did I know it was going to go to $138, I believe is the all-time high.
Wow.
But I want to start off by saying this. It's important that we put ourselves in these people's shoes. Imagine if you had $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 of Luna, and now it's worth zero. You would be heartbroken. I would be devastated. Like, I just quit my job. And if I had a huge bag of this, like, I'd probably have to go back to work, you know? And I think it's a mistake. It might be manipulation. We're going to cover it all here in this channel. But, you know, I see a lot of people that are buying Luna and trying to save Luna and aping in at these prices. A lot of the degenerates, respect to them. No hard feelings there. But I think it's important that we show some empathy to the people that are losing their money, losing their jobs, you know, and a lot of people are taking their lives right now. A lot of people, there's been dozens of reports of people who are taking their lives because of this. So I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, look, if you made this money, you know, you can make it again, right? You can make it again. Like, your life is not worth any form of monetary value, in my opinion. But I mean, dude, I have a soft spot right now for these people that lost their life savings. I read through hundreds of stories, man, of people that bought a house and, you know, quit their jobs because of Luna and UST, and now it's all gone. And it's like, it's got to be just the most heartbreaking thing in the world, man.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows, man, you put your identity in something, whether that's, hey, I'm in Luna, I have millions of dollars, you know, or I'm an athlete. And when you lose your identity, that's when you want to take your life. And that's a dangerous place to be. For me, my identity is in Christ. Either if I can't fight tomorrow or I lose all my money, I'm good. And so you got to find in yourself what you're going to put your identity in. And I'm telling you, things in this world where you put your identity, it's going to let you down. So, you know, spread your assets around, leverage yourself. And yeah, man, it's so sad when anyone takes their life, because no amount of money, no job, no person is worth losing or taking your life. And it's sad that 8 people have made that decision.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's been more, but we'll read through this, guys. And Pepsi, Aaron, we'll talk about what caused the Luna dump in just a second. But here we go. Just went outside for the first time in 4 days, broke down in tears. This is like a big, you know, Luna ambassador part of the team. As someone who nearly took their own life 6 months ago, hearing that at least 8 people have done this since Luna debacle is just gut wrenching. Spoken to 200 plus people privately who lost everything, countless. And he goes on to talk about it. We don't need to get into it, but the main thing is like, look, like, I want to do something to help these people. You know, it's like, how can we help the people in Luna that lost everything? I don't know if there's a way. You know, we're talking billions of dollars. But Pepsi Aaron asked, and shout out to CJ. He said, that's one of the reasons I follow you, Jake. You have a good heart. I try, man. I mean, it's tough. Like, I just put myself in people's shoes, and it's like, you know, I diversify. But what if ETH, like my biggest bag, went to zero? I'd be back. You know, I would be in a different position. So Luna was a stable coin. Let's talk about Luna for a second. Luna was not a stable coin. Luna was a top 10 cryptocurrency. I'm pretty sure the market cap was around 30 billion at the all-time high. So Luna was a top 10 cryptocurrency. The market cap was around 30 billion at the all-time high. But what separated Luna from different cryptocurrencies was that they had their own stable coin. So they had their own stable coin similar to USD, USDT, and USDC. So here's Luna, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the chart. This is Luna, right? It started out here in January. This is when I found it. It was at $1. It went on this incredible run. People were shilling to me. I'm like, dude, it's too late. It was at $1. It went parabolic. Luna was one of the fastest growing cryptocurrencies in the year of 2021, and it had an all-time high just a month ago, guys, at $116. Imagine the people that rode this all the way up, right? People were making money. People were set. I'm talking about set money. Like, this is probably like investing in Volt Inu now, and it reaching a $20 billion market cap. Like, people were set, man. And then recently, and we're going to talk about the founder in just a second, their stable coin that they had, UST, depeg. So for those that don't know, the stable coin is always supposed to peg with the dollar, right? So 1 UST is always supposed to equal $1. Now, most stable coins are actually backed by physical dollars, like USDC. USDT is backed by a lot of Bitcoin and certain things, but UST is based off of, it's an algorithmic stablecoin. So I'm still trying to understand the intricacies of how they set it up, but it's not pegged to the actual physical dollar. It's pegged to Terra and Luna. So the peg started to slip down, and you can see here today, the peg is actually at 36 cents. This is supposed to be $1. It's at 36 cents. So when the actual currency, the UST started to lose its value, we saw Luna start to lose its value. And we're going to talk about why it happened. We don't know why it happened. There's a lot of speculation, But what we do understand is that the UST, the stablecoin for Terra, depegged, causing the dollar, the UST dollar, to crash, also causing Luna to crash. And guys, you can see here, just look at the last week, look at the last month actually for Luna. I mean, it went from $100 last month, guys, to underneath half a penny, and it's still losing every single second. So you can imagine that this right here is supposed to be $1. So I want to put ourselves in their shoes. Imagine if you had Luna, right? It was at $100 and you had, you know, let's just say $10,000 of Luna. That's not now zero. But imagine you set yourself up nicely. You took profits and you set yourself up nicely and you put it into the UST because you thought it was a stable coin, right? Well, that's now, let's say you got $10,000. That's now $3,500. So it's a huge issue that we're seeing here. I was listening to David Gokhshtyn's space last night, and he had Charles Hoskinson on, the founder of Cardano, and he was pretty much saying this thing was going to fail from the beginning. This thing was going to fail from the beginning because you cannot have a stable coin that is not backed by something. These algorithmic stable coins are set to fail from the beginning. And David Gokhshtyn asked me, he said, is there any chance, you know, Terra's below 10 cents. This was last night. Is there any chance that we can buy in? And you're seeing some, you know, degenerates, and I say that nicely, buy in right now. They're buying in. They're trying, you know, if it goes to a cent, like, we're good. Charles goes, it's gone, man. It's gone. There's no hope. And even if it does come back a little bit, he's like, why would people trust it? Why would you trust that, right? So it's just, man, it's a tough day. And there might be people in the stream that are affected by this. Me personally, I'm not. I do have some friends that put in money, and it's now zero. And I reached out to them and I talked to them because they were big lunatics. They had money in it. But it's just a sad day for crypto, man. And it's something that we can hopefully learn from. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, man, you know, I 100% agree. And, you know, I mean, that's why they are pushing for more regulation, the government. And of course, they're going to be like, well, you saw this. And, you know, they're really going to be able to push laws through and policies and this and that. But I mean, it's pretty sad, man, you know, and that's why we do preach take profits. Unfortunately, if the people took profits and put it in UST, you know, they got screwed. But like, bro. I mean, bro, if you 10x your bag, you know, and some of these people probably 100x, 1,000x,
thousands, bro. Thousands. It was $1 and it turned into $118.
Oh, that's awesome. Felicia, right? That's her name. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so I mean, if you 1,000x, you don't take out and probably turn it into cash or USDC, and obviously that's a lot easier to say now. But even if, say you 100x the coin, you took out, you put in 1,000, and it went up to, you know, 150,000, and you took out 50,000, right? And then you lost that 100,000. At least you are in the green. And this is why you always preach take profits, and I love that. And you've helped me take profits in some times when, you know, I probably wouldn't have. So, and now it's like I don't care if it goes zero. You're just like, that's crypto. But for these people that move that money into that stable coin, this is why knowledge is power. And I mean, it's sad that the information wasn't really out there that much to know that algorithmic stable coins are, you know, they're not designed to continue to succeed. They have failure. They're flawed. And yeah, so unfortunately, you know, some people got burned, but you got to look at it like, I've hit rock bottom in my life, probably like rock bottom like 3 times. And, you know, and it gives you, once you come back from that, you have the confidence, no matter what happens, I can bounce back no matter what it takes. It's going to be terrible. Ian the Volt Inu, right? Should I change my nickname to that? How much you think Volt Inu would be? Ian the Volt.
I think he would love that. That would be insane.
Gosh.
That would be insane. Shout out to Preston Pratt. Shout out to my guy Justin, man. Thank you guys for joining. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, Jake, you know, take profit and maybe don't just put it in one stable coin, right? Maybe put some in Ethereum, put some in some cash, right? Put some cash in your bank account. Take some Ethereum, put some in Bitcoin, USDC. You know, look for the top coins because, like we said, man, some of these will fail, and this won't be the last. So, guys, watch your backs on this. You know, you gotta put yourself in a position where if a coin does go to zero, it can't be your be all, your one all be all. You gotta move things around in a way. And unfortunately, and yeah, like you said, man, are people going to buy into that? I was going to ask that question. Would you buy into it now? Is it a great opportunity?
No.
It's like, man, you know, it could be a good opportunity, but just the morals behind that, like the principle, like I haven't bought in and I never will. And I'll be the first to say that. Yes, it could be a good opportunity. However, think what they've done to some people. They got people wrecked. How can you trust them? You know, it's like,
and I haven't even shown you. I haven't even shown you like some of these clips that we're gonna look at 𝗖𝗎𝗡𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, the developer, and I've been following him for a while. But I will say this: I've been lucky like in this position because I had people that are vets that have kind of coached me along the way. Back in November when everything was at all-time highs, they were telling me, Jake, you have to take profits, and they even told me, they said, Jake, take your profits, put it into USDT, USDC, BUSD, and cash. I have like 4 different stable coins because he goes, if one of them crashes, you're screwed. And I owe that guy a lot. He told me that. So, you know, I always try to preach taking profits, and I get a lot of shit for it. I get a lot of shit because people will be like, even on Volt, when Volt was at its all-time high, I said it, and people in here were like, Jake, stop telling people to sell. When 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧 was at an all-time high, I said it. I was like, guys, take profits, like protect yourself, you know. And sometimes I say it too early, but I'm just trying to learn. But I think, you know, now that we're experiencing this bear market together, we're going to have multiple bull markets together, and we're all going to be better equipped. We're all going to learn from this. But that's one thing that I will say. Let's say you have $10,000 in USDC right now. It's not a bad bet to put 2,500 in BUSD, 2,500 in USDT, 2,500 in cash, and then keep 2,500 in USDC. Obviously, do your own research, but that's an advice that someone gave me, and I'm lucky he didn't say put it in UST. Now, let's take a look at 𝗖𝗎𝗡𝗡𝗘𝗧, who is the founder of this token. He is the look. It's pretty crazy because literally, guys, 1 week ago, this man was being hailed as an absolute genius. I don't know if you guys saw, you know, some of the tweets that were going around, like Terra Luna Foundation was buying billions of dollars of Bitcoin at a time, $1.5 billion Bitcoin at a time, right? And this guy, 𝗖𝗎𝗡𝗡𝗧, master of stablecoin, not anymore. Sorry, I don't like to kick people while they're down, but master of stablecoin, 𝗖𝗎𝗡𝗧, he was like doing tweets like, woke up today, drank coffee, watered my plants, bought $1.5 million worth of Bitcoin. And I was like, respect. Like, he was being hailed by everybody in the crypto space. But now, obviously, things have changed. You know, he just put out this article. He gained 150,000 followers in the last 24 hours. But this was the tweet that he put out, Dear Terra community, kind of addressing what's happening. But I want to talk about just his attitude. And look, guys, this guy is definitely, he's a troll on Twitter. You know, he's kind of like an Elon Musk. Like, he responds to people's comments and talk shit. But I want to talk about this tweet right here. So literally 10 days ago, guys, he joined 𝗪𝗓𝗡𝗪 on her podcast, and he talked about the entertainment and watching companies die. Let's give this a listen.
I wonder how many of these companies you think are entering the space that's hot and there's a lot of funding versus the ones that will still be here, you know, like 2 to 5 years later.
95% are going to die.
Yeah.
95% are going to die. Yeah. But yeah, there's also entertainment in watching companies die too.
There's entertainment. Oh man, that's so evil. At least you get to learn from it, right?
So there you have it. He said 95% of companies are gonna die. This was 10 days ago. Well, he was at, you know, close to an all-time high. 95% of companies are gonna die, and he goes, "There's some entertainment in watching it die," and I think this is a lesson to. And like I said, I don't like to kick people while they're down. I think this guy's a smart guy. I think he just had a flaw in his protocol, but ultimately, it's a lesson to be humble, right? Ian, I know you just popped out. I'll play it again for you just so you can hear it because I want you to hear it because it'll probably make you cringe a little bit. But let's play it again because I know Ian didn't hear it. Let's play it again, guys. It's 15 seconds. They asked 𝗖𝗎𝗡𝗡𝗧 about some of these, you know, other coins that are popping up, and he says 95% are going to die.
I wonder how many of these companies you think are entering the space just because it's hot and there's a lot of funding versus the ones that will still be here, you know.
95% are going to die.
Yeah.
95% are going to die. Yeah. But yeah, there's also entertainment in watching companies die too.
There's entertainment.
There you go. 95% are going to die, and there's also entertainment in watching companies die. And then 10 days later, we're seeing what's happening. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, man? Like, the people are saying karma. People are saying he didn't age well. He got what he deserved. I mean, pretty crazy to hear that, man.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you, man. Like, I've learned in this life, I've been humbled enough in this life that you start, talking bad about someone. Oh, why are they always injured, or why this? Like, it just, for me in the fight world, my mindset, and then all of a sudden it happens to me, and so it's just a lesson to be learned in life. Like, stay humble, man, because if you're gonna talk bad about someone, or you're gonna boast, look at me, look how I did, look at them, it's gonna probably come back on you. It's not a science. It doesn't always happen, but it seems like God humbles a lot of people that boast. I mean, it says in the Bible, if you boast, you will be humbled. If you're humble, you will be exalted. So, I mean, you got to stay humble in times like that, and it's hard because everyone in your head, and you can take this mindset in the crypto world. They always told me in fighting, never believe how bad you are, and never believe how good you are, no matter how the fight goes. So if I lose a fight, everyone, you suck, you're gonna get cut. Blah, blah, blah. You get all the trolls coming in. You can't believe that. And when you win, you're the best in the world, Ian. Nobody can beat you. You can't believe that either. You got to be somewhere in the middle. And it's the same thing in the crash. You hear all these people that are like, oh, this is it. The market's over. Crypto's done. And then you hear people, it's gonna take off to $1 million in a week. You got to be somewhere in the middle of that. And you got to stay humble through your victories, because I promise you, let other people lift you up. You don't need to lift yourself up. If you're doing big things in life, just stick to your gun and keep working, and just show people that, you're successful and that you're working hard, and let them talk good about you. You don't need to sit there or talk bad about someone as well. Be like, oh, I get pleasure in watching businesses die. Why would you do that? Why would you get pleasure of someone working their ass off to start a business and to provide for their family? And it's like, bro, I don't know. That was bad timing for him.
And it was 10 days ago, which is like the most ironic thing. And it's pretty sick to see. It's just ironic. Obviously, I never wish on anybody to fail. And I understand like it's tough because his decisions, hurt millions of people, millions of holders. But I want to touch on this. And like, it's crazy because like my perspective now that this has happened has changed. Because I remember seeing these tweets. I've been following this guy for a year, and he's a troll. Shout out to my guy, Cryptic Behavior. But someone said, if Luna breaks all-time highs, I will short it with size. It's a big-ass Ponzi. Pretty sure VCs will also hedge their investments on perps. And then he goes on to say, yeah, but your size is not size. Talking about this guy. And then they kind of talked about this. And the craziest thing was on his tweet that he put out like recently after the attack happened, Al-God Training, he commented, he goes, your size is not size. Like he totally trolled him. It was kind of humorous at the time. But there's crazy things. Like this guy literally said, a few weeks ago, I responded to TBR's tweet with a brief outline of how a wealthy attacker could not only break at Terra money, but profit heavily while doing it with a Soros-style Black Wednesday attack. Below, I provide a detailed breakdown. They literally told him how these people could attack his token and take it down. And how did he respond? Instead of saying, let me take a look at this, let's put up the securities, he said, probably the most retarded thread I've read this decade. Silence is a perfectly acceptable option if stupid. Billionaires in my following, go ahead, see what happens.
Is he talking about George Soros?
No, they're just saying that if someone had $1 billion, they could manipulate the Luna token, the UST. Like they were trying to show him how an attack could happen, and the guy literally ignored it and said, billionaires in my following, go ahead and see what happens. And today we're in one of the messiest situations that we've ever seen in cryptocurrency, as a top 10 cryptocurrency has fallen out of the top 10 to the depths of hell and is now trading underneath a 1 cent price range.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know what he was talking about with Soros, because I know George Soros is involved in a lot of corruption. And so I wasn't sure exactly what that meant when I read it. But yeah, I mean, you see it. He's mocking people that were literally pointing out the flaws of his coin and basically predicting of what could happen. And he's sitting over here mocking it. That's another ego thing, man. You can't let your ego get in the way of your success. When that ego comes in, man, it destroys a lot of people, a lot of relationships, a lot of businesses. So guys, check your ego at the door when you go to work, and check it at, and keep it in check, because it can destroy a lot.
Absolutely. And the last thing on this Luna thing before we get back to Volt Inu is the rumor that's going around how this happened. I know that Pepsi Aaron had this question, and shout out to Volt Inu Army for being in the chat. So this is a rumor, guys. I want to make that post. This was on Reddit. We don't know if it's true, but more truth is coming out. So BlackRock and Citadel borrowed 100,000 Bitcoin, 100,000 Bitcoin, not $100,000 from Gemini. It appears in their loan book. They swapped 25,000 of that Bitcoin into UST, which is the stable coin for Luna. This was all done quietly in anticipation of the attack. When the time was right, they called up Do Kwon at Terra Foundation and said they wanted to sell a lot of Bitcoin for UST. As it was a large trade, they told him they didn't want to move the market and asked if he would like to buy their large block of Bitcoin at a discount for UST. Do Kwon took the bait. He gave them a huge chunk of UST, thus lowering the UST liquidity significantly. At that point, BlackRock/Citadel dumped all of the Bitcoin and UST, causing massive slippage and triggering a cascade of forced selling in both assets. The real problem was BlackRock/Citadel knew that Anchor, which holds a lot of Luna, was a Ponzi scheme. They offer 20% staking, for Christ's sake. And this crash would trigger more withdrawals than Anchor can repay. These forced withdrawals and selling would trigger a massive sell-off in Luna, thus further breaking the $1 peg and wrecking the market further. BlackRock and Citadel can now buy the Bitcoin back cheaply to repay the loan, and pocket the difference. Meanwhile, billions of longs in Bitcoins, BAR, were wiped out. This was pure market manipulation. What do you make of this, if true?
It wouldn't surprise me, bro. Like, I'm about to tweet it out. It pisses me off, to be honest, because I got into this whole trading game because of basically, I mean, you want to put a face on it, Citadel. You know, they're literally manipulating stocks. They're giving out shares on loan that don't even exist. They're doing all these sketchy things inside the stock market, and they're in such debt. And of course, yeah, they have all this debt. They don't want to get margin called. And especially in a time like this, all these stocks would shoot up and wreck them that they're shorting. So why not go in crypto and make that crash? Because crypto shouldn't follow the markets. Like, crypto's its own beast.
It's a hedge.
It's a hedge. It should be going up as the markets go down. So it really angers me, man, that, you know, like, you got these billionaires sitting here and they're just like not playing by the rules whatsoever. And we as the people have to sit back and we can't do anything about it. Remember when I was in AMC, there was a big protest in front of AMC and it says selling fake shares is like counterfeit money and they should go to prison. And they should, man. Like, a lot of these people, the receipts are there. They're criminals, you know, and I'll say that confidently because I've been following this. This is not like I read one article and I'm fired up. I've read articles. I've been in this for a year and a half, and this fires me up now because they came over to the crypto space because I chalked it up as an L. I still had a ton of AMC, and I chalked it up as an L. Like, hey, they don't play by the rules. The SEC will do nothing about it. They're probably in on it, and it's like, all right, I'm going to go to crypto where they can't control it. And now they're coming over and they're using crypto to pay off their huge debt that they have, that they basically have all these loans. And, you know, man, yep. I hope the people will prevail. And that's why 𝗡𝗘𝗧 is, I love the manifesto. And, the people need to prevail over this. Strength in numbers. We come together. We get the media involved, which would be hard. But if we do it, eventually they're going to have to be accountable for something.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. And Mario Marino, let's talk about this for a second, because this is something that's important. So guys, for those that don't know, I have most of my crypto on a hardware wallet. That's a lie. I have most of my crypto on a staking exchange. I was staking. Like, I was making, good money every month to stake my crypto. And I knew the risk. Like, when you stake your crypto, you're loaning it out. It's not yours. If you do not own your crypto, somebody else own it. If you do not have your keys, somebody else owns it. So I just tweeted this the other day. I had a decent amount on my hardware wallet, but I had more. I was making, like close to a couple thousand a month just to stake my crypto, which is insane. But I tweeted this out. I said, if you don't have a hardware wallet, now is a great time to buy one and take all your money off exchanges/staking platforms. The hardware wallets that I recommend are Ledger, SafePal, and Trezor. I have all three in different locations. I have one in a bank, one in an undisclosed location, and another in an undisclosed location, hidden. Now, one of the reasons I decided to make this move, guys, was because the market was crashing, and Coinbase put out this statement earlier this week. They literally said this, guys. Moreover, Because custodial held crypto assets may be considered to be the property of a bankruptcy estate, in the event of a bankruptcy, the crypto assets we hold in custody on behalf of our customers could be subject to bankruptcy proceedings, and such customers could be treated as our general unsecured creditors. What does this mean? That means if Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Gemini go bankrupt, all of the crypto that you hold on their exchange is now theirs. If you don't own the keys, you don't own the crypto. So yes, I was making, a couple thousand to stake my crypto on Celsius. I withdrew every single penny and put them into my hardware wallets. I put them into my hardware wallets because it's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. These companies could go belly up at any time, and you could lose all of your money because of what? A 10%, 8%, 4% APY, which ultimately your gains that you're going to receive over the next coming months are going to be higher than that when the bull market kicks in. So I want to try to protect as many people as possible. If you are in this chat and you hold your crypto, and I'll pin this to the top of my profile for anybody that's there. If you're in this chat and you hold crypto on an exchange, please, 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 please get it off that. If you hold your crypto on MetaMask, if you hold your crypto on Coinbase Wallet, if you hold your crypto on Trust Wallet, please get it off that. Not for me. Don't do it for Ian. Do it for yourself, because these companies can go belly up. These companies can say that they got robbed. We saw what happened with Bitmart back in December. They lost $200 million worth of tokens, 40 different tokens, crashed the charts. And guess what? They repaid nothing. Guess what they did? They didn't even host an AMA or come on the internet and talk about it. They hosted a text chat in their Telegram for $200 million. That can happen at any time. It has not ever happened to me, and I won't allow it to, because I've taken all of my crypto off exchanges, off of staking platforms, and I put them into hardware wallets. I highly recommend that you guys too. I just pinned this to the top of my profile, guys. If you're sitting here at home and saying, Jake, I don't have a hardware wallet yet, but what you're saying is resonating with me, I would probably recommend it in this order: SafePal, Ledger, Treasure. SafePal is owned and operated by Binance. I've had a few of these throughout my time. Very easy to set up. They're like $49. Make sure you use the correct links and get yourself a hardware wallet. But I mean, dude, that's what I'm thinking, man. Like, the fact that Coinbase put that out, it means that they're having conversations around it. Oh wow, we went bankrupt, but we have $50 billion in assets that we manage. That's ours now. Like, and you're not technically bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally gonna order one right now, Jake, because
do it, bro.
I have my money spread out between Trust, MetaMask.
That could be gone tomorrow, bro. That could be, like, those things are not guaranteed or insured. First off, you could get hacked. Like these SafePals, you know how sometimes you guys get dust tokens? Like, Ian, you'll get a dust token in your wallet that's not that. Oh, yeah. And like SafePals, there's like 4 or 5 steps to even send money out of your cryptocurrency. You have to know the password that you have. You have to know the 8-digit code that you set. You have to confirm it in your email. So it's not as easy as, like, for Trust Wallet and MetaMask, man. I could send you an email, Ian, of a video of a YouTube, and in that video, it could be a link that allows me access into your phone, and I could steal your crypto. Like, that's how easy Trust Wallet and MetaMask are. So get your crypto out of that, because guess what? You could just be, on Twitter, someone sends you a DM, you click a link, and guess what? Your crypto's gone forever. So I'm just trying to preach, guys. I know I'm preaching here, but it's like, my job is to help you guys protect yourself. And look, I've never been hacked. I don't ever click on links. Even my friends will send me links. I don't click on that shit. My friends, my good friends send me links. I'm like, what is it? They're like, click it. I'm like, I don't click on links.
So I downloaded the app, and now I order the app from the wallet, or I order the wallet from the app.
Let's just go here. Ready? I would do this. If you guys are watching this, I'm going to walk everybody through it. Go to Jake Egan's Twitter account.
Yep.
It's pinned at the top. I would click on SafePal, go to SafePal, and then go to their website. So it's their website. When you go to their website, you're going to see the products. I would order the SafePal S1 hardware wallet. It's $49.99. You click add to cart, you ship it to your house, and then you can set up the app down the road. That's how I would do it. Okay. Preston Pratt said, I have a SafePal and no one should buy from anywhere except the actual company, not Amazon, etc.
Which one did you say you got? The
S1. This is what I have.
The S1.
Yeah,
okay.
one's just one's like a case for it, and one's like a Cypher C board, just in case like there's a fire. It can remain, but you should be good.
Do you have multiple ones, or do you?
No, I mean, I've had multiple, but I I mean, I have like different ones throughout. Like I have a treasure because I've gotten like a bunch of free different ones, you know. So I have a few different ones just in case. Like, hey, if my house burns down in Laguna, you know, I have some crypto that's in another state, right? You don't need to do that. I mean, really, you just need one.
Yeah.
Daniel said, "Thanks for your concern, Drake. Jake, you're welcome, man. Hopefully, if I can get and I already did, I got Ian to buy one. But if I can get 1 to 10 people, and I'm not even sponsored by any of these hardware wallets at all, but if I can get 1 to 10 people to buy a hardware wallet today, my job here is set. Let's take a look at Luna. How's it doing, guys? Before we shut it down, it's underneath half a penny. I would go out and say it's dead, man. Is the market cap really still 3 billion though? Is the market cap really still 3 billion? That's insane, dude. The market cap's higher than ApeCoin for Luna.
That's crazy. A lot higher.
How's that even possible?
I don't know, but I don't trust it.
Here's 3 billion. Do you see Luna? Here's Terra USD. I don't see Luna here though. No, I don't think that was accurate, guys. I don't think that was accurate. I mean, here's Terra USD, but Luna can't be a $3 billion market cap. There's no chance. Terra Luna? This can't be accurate. Yeah, it's not accurate. But what a sad day, man. What a sad day. My crypto journey is here. Rest in peace to Luna. I think it's done. I think it's dead. It's a sad day, man. And I really am empathizing with people because I can put myself in their shoes, and I'm sure that all of you guys can, right? I've been heavy in some projects. Like I was super heavy in 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗧, super heavy in Ethereum right now. Like if that shit happened, I would be devastated. You know, I'm sure a lot of people thought that they were changing their lives. They found the token of their dreams that was going to change everything. And I read the stories. I connected with people that own Luna. Like some of my friends own Luna. And I read the stories of people that were, you know, they just bought a $450,000 house, all thanks to Luna. It was the greatest token ever. And now they have less than $2,000 and they have a mortgage to pay and they just quit their job and they're having a baby. Like it's messed up for a lot of people out there. It's messed up for a lot of people out there. So I feel for all the lunatics. I respect the degens that are out there that are like, yo, let's hashtag save Luna. Let's buy in. But after hearing Charles Hoskinson talk about this for about an hour last night in a space, I made a decision to not buy in. It was around 10 cents. And he was like, this project is dead. It'll never come back. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he said, this project is dead. It'll never come back. And even if it did come back for a little bit, no one will ever have enough faith to put money in like they did. So after that, I decided to not buy in. But I do love how people are trying to save it.
All right, Jake, I ordered it. So it's going to take, I paid for the speed up process. It's going to take about 10 days. And yeah, like you said, like I have an account that is more for like day trading. Obviously, with the bear market, I'm not trading. Like I'll jump into some meme coins. I'll kind of be as you would say, a degen sometimes. But then I have my wallet where it's like I stack, you know, and I stack it and then I use my Coinbase to kind of cash out with. And I have a little bit of holdings there. But once this thing gets here, man, I'm going to move all of the coins I plan holding long term into that. And how do you manage like watching it? Like when it's on the ledger, is there like a different website? Because I know there's a few that you can look at all your holdings and look at like the charts on it as well. Or
yeah, you just download an app. You just download an app and everything's there.
Okay.
So it's like it's like a MetaMask or a wallet. You just go to your app. You have to put in the password. It comes up. It's just a safe way, man. Everyone needs one. It's $49. I honestly might do a giveaway and just give out some. And I'm not even sponsored by them, but I might just do 5 of them. And if you win it, I'll send you to your address. You know, just to spread the safety around here. Because I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, look, like that's why I moved all my money off Celsius. I was like, because I'm asking for it, man. Like I'm so worried about these 8%, 6% APYs, but like, dude, I am asking for it. Like if Celsius goes bankrupt, which I'm not saying they will, or Celsius has a hack, it's like my money's on their exchange. Like I have to protect myself, and I think people should as well. But let's see what the chat's saying. I haven't connected with the chat in a while. Diamond Hands, not Mr. Diamond Hands, but just Diamond Hands. Shout out to Diamond Hands. Blessings to all Luna. A lot of jobs out there, though. I shouldn't laugh at that, but
it's a fact.
That kind of got me. But it's true. Hey, there are a lot of jobs out there.
Yep.
I've been thinking about getting a hardware wallet. I 100% recommend it. I'm so glad I sold Luna at $85 a few weeks ago. Damn. Good for you, Chong Webb.
Seriously.
Good for you. Is your picture, is that a tortoise?
Is it Frank?
Ian, so Ian, tell everybody about your special pet.
Yeah, I mean, Frank's awesome, man. He's a rescue tortoise. He's an African 𝗪𝗡𝗘, and yeah, his shell's was a little deformed, and you know, he didn't have a good home. And I took him in, and he chills in my backyard. He's trying to dig a hole to the neighbor's house, but I put like some cement pavers around it, and he's mad chill, bro. He's got a personality. I just go outside. He just comes and hangs out with me, eats a bunch of cucumbers out of my hand, and he loves watermelon. So he's a cool little dude to have around.
Ian's literally got a tortoise. I was so shocked when I saw it. People are still on the DeFi wallet, so we'll stay on there. DeFi wallet isn't safe. If you're talking about Coinbase, MetaMask, or Trust Wallet, no, it's not safe. There's so many people that get hacked from their Trust Wallet, from their MetaMask, because there's no two-factor authentication. And someone literally could send you a link right now. RP, I could send you a link right now. I don't even know how to do this, but there's people that do. I could send you a link right now. And I could say, hey, you know, click this link, whatever. Check out this video. It could have a code in it where I get access to your phone. If you open up your Trust Wallet, I can send it all out. I don't know how it works. It's 2022. Crazy shit's happening, but that is what happens. Can you stake while using Cold Wallet? Not on 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, but maybe on some of the other ones. Do I get reflections on 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧 for Volt? I know that 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧 does offer reflections for a lot of tokens. For like 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗧, you do get reflections on 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧. I think it just comes down to if Volt and 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗧 have made that arrangement. But for other tokens, 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗧 does offer reflections. Some people are taking the gamble. DeFi wallets can be safe. They are safe, but they're not the safest. You know, like 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗃, it's like you have to literally. Moonshot said it best, but they're like, in order for someone to get into your 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗃, Ian, they have to get it. They have to take a gun to your head. Like they can't get in with any code. They can't get in with any app. You know, they have to know like multiple passwords from you. So,
yeah, I wonder. I know our guest coming on. I wonder what his opinion is on it, because he literally carries like ledgers in his pocket when he goes out, which is crazy to me.
Because he's a trader though, like he's constantly trading.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's carrying that shit with him, because it's like that's where he stores his crypto, which is smart. But he's also trading at all times. Like if there's a dip in the market, or there's, you know, like he's buying and selling. So that's probably what why he does that. But he's coming on. I'm gonna send him a link right now and see if he's gonna be coming on.
Okay.
And apparently I heard from you guys. You just texted me in the group chat that we're gonna be doing a giveaway, a 𝗪𝗪𝗡 Inu giveaway. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the UFC 274 was so successful, unfortunately, I did not get to make it. It was Mother's Day, and my mom came in town for that week and that weekend, so I was not able to make it to the fights. But you, 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗃, and just a bunch of your homies and a bunch of the MRI whales and investors came out, got a mansion, had a bunch of fighters come over, had amazing content, which I know some of it's came out, but I know there's a lot more coming. So I'm excited to see all of it. But yes, we are going to do a giveaway. And I believe 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗃 has already tweeted out. I retweeted it. Why don't we check that out? So guys, whether you're an MMA fan or just a crypto enthusiast, check out the YouTube page of 𝗪𝗪𝗡 Inu. They have started. They bring on a bunch of fighters that are into crypto, and they do some interviews. They do live streams where they watch the fights together, which I attend sometimes when I'm not at the fights live. And basically, yeah, there it is. So guys,
it's on my Twitter page, guys. So just go to 𝗧𝗧𝗃𝗃, and it's the first tweet on my Twitter page. I'm going to unpin the 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗃 one if you haven't seen it yet. I tweeted it yesterday, but here it is. So all they have to do, Ian, to win $1,000 worth of MRI, $500 to two people, is follow 𝗪𝗪𝗡 Inu on Twitter, and then also subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep, and tag 3 friends that you think would want to get involved in this giveaway. Yeah, and you're going to get $1,000 in MRI. And MRI is another project with such a strong community. I mean, you want to talk about a game changer crypto. They came along and said, hey, there's an issue that we see, which is fighter pay. We want to come along and be part of the solution. And they have put their money where their mouth is. They have given away $4.5 million to MMA fighters in sponsorship money, paid in Ethereum. And guys, they were getting shout outs at UFC events live. They literally have helped fighters buy cars to get to the gym. They have helped pay for my medical expenses when I didn't have insurance. And they continue to help with gyms, jiu-jitsu, and all different sorts of combat sports and athletes, and even boxing as well. They literally are helping fighters fight. Basically, they're taking away a lot of the stress of a fight camp. financial burdens to support their family. And ask people to know, like, fighters, like, yeah, like a lot of people, it was like kind of a rumor. They thought we were all like millionaires. Yeah, the UFC is the best paying promotion. However, though, when you're just coming up in the UFC, you can make a lot of money. You got to fight a lot, and you got to get through a few contracts, and you're making good money. But the guys that are coming up in the game, it is super difficult to make it into the UFC. Support your family. I'm talking scrounging change in my Mustang to get gas to get to the gym with peanut butter jellies packed in a lunch sack in the back to eat, and finding restaurant sponsors so I could go there and eat every single day to be able to support the calories that I needed to be able to train at the level I was at. And, shout out. We're not talking about, we love the UFC. The UFC is the best #1 promotion. Jake, you go to the fights. It is a vibe, bro. That is like the most high energy sporting event you'll ever go to. Once you go to one, you will be hooked. Jake is a living testament of that. He hasn't missed a pay-per-view in like the entire year plus. And guys, this is a coin that has been a trendsetter, right? You could talk to the streamer Inu Dev. He said he got his idea from 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗛 Inu. Gas pump Inu, that was a coin before they were helping people with gas prices. Like so many coins. There's baseball ones. There's professional wrestling ones. Like they started a movement in crypto, and they changed basically everything in MMA, because once 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗛 was doing a fight of the night bonus, which was $50,000 in Ethereum, 25 to each fighter that was chosen by the community in their Telegram. Now Crypto.com, the big dogs, came in and said, hey, we want to do the same thing. We're going to pay fighters in a bonus in Bitcoin chosen by the community. So guys, if you haven't heard about the coin, I told you, Jake, when it first came out, and it's been life-changing for both of us. Like now we're like going to fights. You hang out with so many different fighters now. Crazy. You're even going to come maybe out to Florida and start training full time. And, it's an exciting journey, and it's a coin that's helping people. And they don't not only want to help the fighters, they want to also help investors and new people. So that's why tonight we are doing a giveaway of $1,000 in 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗛 Inu, which is a great price right now. I mean, this is a coin that shot up like Volt Inu. It shot up to almost a $200 million market cap. Yes, it has dipped seriously, but the devs are working around the clock. They just held a Twitter space the other day. It just shows that they're come on. They'll speak in the hard times, and they're ready to take adversity face on. They're fighting not only for fighters, but they're fighting for their coin. And this is a coin that's going to explode when the bull market comes back.
Absolutely. Luna back up to 4. I'm guessing that's a joke. I'm not going to look at that. Anyways, that's a good joke, though. And I like it, man. It was a great weekend. And I just sent 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗏 an invite. I saw him in the chat here. People are saying 𝗪𝗧𝗏. They want him on the Volt Army, too. They want him on the Volt Army. What's up? It's your boy, he said. So I just sent him an invite. We're going to try to get him on here, but he's the one that's going to be hosting the giveaway. And we're going to be doing it here in just a second. But it was a great... Oh, and there he is. He just popped in just now. So we're going to be bringing him in. Everybody, let's put our hands together for the Moon King, 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗏. There he is.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy.
Oh my gosh.
Back at it again on the Jake Kagan Show.
That was the most epic one I think I've ever seen. That was the most epic one we've seen. God, that was incredible.
I could have done longer.
That was incredible, man. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. How about you? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing out there?
We're doing good, man. We had a great stream so far. We're about an hour in. We've been talking about Volt Inu. We've been talking about the LUNA debacle, which is just incredible, terrible, disastrous is actually what we should call it. And now we're talking about MRI, but we had a chance to hang out this weekend at the 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗏 Inu mansion. And man, what a great time, 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗏. Walk us through it, man. I'm going to pull some slides and some pictures here, but walk us through your experience at the 𝗪𝗪𝗏 mansion that we saw this past weekend at UFC 274.
Epic weekend. Everything starting from the party bus that we had, picking all the fighters up, back to the mansion, burgers, interviews, the conversations, the atmosphere was absolutely amazing. and they all felt the exact same way. I can tell when someone's lying, you know, someone's just bullshit and saying, yeah, that was a good time. No, you could see these guys and girls just having a great time. And it was just a great social event. It started off with Kevin Holland just sneaking up on everybody. No one had a single idea that he was going to pop up. So we've got some great footage of people having no idea that they were going to get walked on with Kevin Holland. We took the party bus over to the one of our 8, I want to say it was 8 billboards we had there. Took some pictures. We did the giveaway. You guys will be seeing the announcement soon. Some autographs from the man himself, you know, big mouth, like amazing dude. Very humble. All of them very humble. And the conversation wasn't all about fighting, and that was the great part. They stepped back for a little bit, and we just had a good time to be able to just talk about life. You had Gilbert Burns' son there, so we literally just talked about his son and just like what his son was doing. Was his son fighting? What kind of sports he was in? All of that stuff. You know, it wasn't all about fighting. It was just a good time hanging out with great people. We had drinks, you had food, burgers were amazing. And then, you know, we went off to the fight and we had a great time, all of us. You know, it was a good about, what, 15 to 20 people there in the house?
Yeah, we had a lot of people, a ton of people there. People want to know when B-Roots is coming over to the Volt Army, but we had a ton of people there, man. And it was just a great time. It was cool to see how passionate the fighters were about 𝗪𝗏𝗡 Inu and just their thoughts, because that was my first time like connecting with fighters and getting a chance to interview these fighters and hearing, you know, how much it helped them. Like I talked to 𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧. He's like, look, man, I just had knee surgery. You know, he had knee surgery right there. And he's like, 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗡 Inu helped me with this, right? I talked to Gilbert Burns and he was telling me how, you know, the 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗡 Inu sponsorship, how much it helped him. And then he won the fight of the night and how much that went to help him as well. Shout out to my guy, 𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗡 in the house. This is my big brother, 𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗡. He said, hit that like button. Thank you so much for the donation. But it was just an incredible weekend, man. And to be honest, it was a wild experience for me to be able to, you know, about a year and 2 months in, to be able to interview the #2 fighter in the world on the podcast, which we should be dropping here sometime pretty soon, as well as Kelvin Gastelum on the podcast, which was just, it was pretty wild, man. It was just a great experience. So it was a blessing. I want to thank you for setting it up. You put it all on, and shout out to the MR team for, you know, allowing me to be there as well. It was a great experience.
Yeah, I hope we can do this again. Come to find is that, you know, Kevin Holland's literally, you know, they live 20 minutes from me. Like I've met up with his manager today. Like these are like true humble people that we had conversations with while we were there. And we literally just call each other up and just like, hey man, what you doing? We're talking about this restaurant around the block. So it's amazing to have these connections that MRI actually kind of sets up for us. And you know, try to step out of the UFC and just like make connections and network with people around the UFC family. And we're planning on doing it again. I thought that US 275 is going to be in Singapore, and I thought the next one is going to be in Vegas again.
I think it is.
Told me it might be Dallas, home of B-Roots.
Let's go.
Isn't July in Vegas? I think July is in Vegas.
It's going down if there is one in Dallas. So I don't know if it's the next one's going to be in Dallas or, you know, there's rumors. Apparently.
They moved that to Texas. You are correct.
No way.
Yeah. Yep. I found out my teammate's fighting on that. His whole family booked flights to Vegas, and now they just found out that it's going to be in Texas. So I'll reconfirm that. And like you're saying, guys, like I wasn't even at the fights. I wasn't even at the MRI mansion. And guys, I got flooded with some DMs from fighters. Hey, we want to be part of this movement. We want to get involved. And I was like, yeah, man, that's awesome. And they're like, what can we do? And I'm like, well, you know, just be active on Twitter. And, you know, the next fight, you know, you're all invited to the next MRI mansion or suite or whatever it may be, wherever we're at. I know we're all going to be together. And guys, there are a lot of fighters that are, you know, it's sparking their interest and they want to get involved. So, you know, you're seeing this movement grow.
Yeah, I hope that. Well, it's not going to be at my house. I can tell you that, man. I've got.
Oh, come on, B Roots. You seen your poll, man?
Man,
You seen that poll?
That's a lot of people rolling up in here, and I got the size of the house for it, but I don't know if I want everybody knowing where B Roots lives, bro. I don't know about that.
So we have the Volt armies in here strong. I appreciate them for sticking around. Look at them. They are flooding the comments with electricity. Volts. B-Roots, the people want to know, though, what are your thoughts on Volt Inu during this bear market? During this bear market, right, everything's dipping. Bitcoin's down. Let's talk about the Volt community. You've seen how strong the Volt community is. How do you think that Volt, and give us your honest opinion. Like you can look, Luna's down to nothing. You can give us your honest opinion on this stream. How do you think Volt is going to respond and the Volt army when the market does pick back up?
What happens is those that stick together during these times are going to come out on the other side super strong, because you have to remember a lot of people left crypto, and in these times people leave, and it's almost like a transformation. You know, I'll give you an example. 2017, boom, market went up. After 2017, about 2018, 2019, bear market, dude, it was like crickets. But those communities that stuck together are the ones that actually like really hit hard. And I'll give an example. Cardano was one of them. Yeah. You know, that community was strong. And they stuck together, and as long as the CEO with Charles Hoskinson, he kept doing streams that kept the engagement going, and the community stayed strong. And what happened? The new flux of people that come in, including the old people that left, come in forces. So anyone that sold Volt Inu over the last week or so, they will be back. That is a guarantee. When the market comes back, the first thing they're going to look at is Volt Inu. And then those people that come into the market will be all about Volt Inu and MRI and all the other ones that stick around. And you're going to notice a higher high to a higher altitude. Yeah, it will smash it. But there's two things that you must do during a bear market. Number one, the admins of the group, the CEO, the developer of the coin must stick around and keep engaging with their community. If that happens, the community ain't going nowhere. Yep. There will be people that leave, but the base of the community won't go anywhere. So when that market comes back, it's, man, you double the triple the numbers of wallet holders, and all that means is a higher high.
Absolutely. We have another guest in here. He wants to take a second, so we'll give him a second. He's taking a timeout break. He's going to be joining us here. He was our production team for the event. But this is a look at Cardano. So Cardano came into existence in late 2017. It rode it all the way up to $1. People were probably freaking out, making millions of dollars. And then after it went to $1, it dropped down to under 10 cents.
2 cents. It went back to 2 cents.
It did. It went back to 2 cents.
I'm like a brainiac with this stuff now.
People were probably freaking out, selling their shit. Like, imagine the panic that was happening in December of 2018, and then it hit an all-time high of $3. So it's like, I think you're right. Charles Hoskinson was doing live streams, building the community, and Cardano stuck through. And we see where Cardano's at today. It's not a great spot, guys. I'm a Cardano holder. I'm down in my bag. It's 50 cents right now, but it's like, they're not going to stop. In the next bull run, we're going to see a $6 or $7 Cardano, you know? So I think you're right.
That whole line was just straight for 2 years. It was miserable.
2 years, dude.
Miserable. I'm telling you, it was miserable. And when we saw 2 cent Cardano, you were like, oh my gosh, it's going back to the ICO price. That was opportunity for anyone that missed that original run to get back in very close to the ICO price of Cardano back in 2016, 2017. And every single one that took that opportunity smashed it.
Absolutely.
So what do we
Marshall Inu chart real quick, Jake?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take a quick look at that.
And B-Roots, what do we do with Cardano though? I mean, is this a buy opportunity for you? It's like I'm bullish on this project long term. I'm bullish on Charles. I know they've had delays, but it's like, is this a buy opportunity? Are we still waiting? I mean, it's 50 cent Cardano, B-Roots.
Cardano.
Shoot it to me straight, B Roots.
You want it straight. You want my true B Roots. I want Cardano.
Shoot it to me straight, and
All right,
you can give me financial advice.
I'll
Nobody
give
else.
it to you, not financial advice. These are my thoughts on Cardano.
Let me hear
I want to let you know, one time my license plate on my car literally read Cardano. I lie to you not. I own a true NFT, Texas plates that says Cardano. I own it. I literally own it. So if you like it, Jake, you know, you come to Texas, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll sell you that. 10x. But all seriousness, what I realized what Cardano does is they keep you in through announcements. They are the announcements of the announcement. I still find it weird that after 5 years, there's nothing really you can do on the blockchain. When I'm seeing, coins like Pulse Chain about to launch in a year that has a lot of stuff built, and I'm seeing Avalanche built in a certain amount of time, Solana built in a certain amount of time, even Ethereum built a lot sooner than Cardano. I do think part of it is they're just taking sections. Notice how there's no announcements after the smart contract platform was done. That was it. That is the negative side to it. The positive side to it is they are taking their good old time and trying to do it right. The question lies is in crypto, it's very speculative. So are they just slowly adding announcements and waiting to bull markets to do their actually announcements and not necessarily doing everything during the bear market? Or are they really developing what they're saying they're going to develop? In my opinion, this is the only coin that's taken 5-6 years to actually come out.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's all very fair. And people are saying 17 ADA. We're going to see about ADA, but I do want to bring it up to MRI. Before we show the chart, I want to give everybody a chance to retweet this. So it's retweeted on the top of my Twitter page, guys. If you want to enter into a chance to win $1,000 worth of MRI, which honestly is pretty nice during this bear market, and we're gonna look at the charts as well and show you why this $500 could turn into. What was it worth? This $500 was actually worth $20,000 at the all-time high, right? So this is a great chance to win the giveaway, guys. If you haven't yet, go to my Twitter at Jake Gagan and retweet the top tweet here from B Roots. Let's get it to over 100 retweets. Very, very simple. Go do it here. And then we'll pull up the chart, but we're going to be giving away $1,000. Let's also welcome in Alonzo, our guy Zoe, who helped produce a lot of the content this weekend. Zoe, how are we doing on this beautiful night?
What's going on, guys? Hold on. I got to get this retweet in. I want to get a shot at this too.
Yep. You should get that retweet in, and everybody else should as well. We have 69 retweets. Maybe we stop it at 69. I don't know, but get that retweet in. And Ian, here is the chart for MRI. Down 17% of the day and 54% of the week, but so is everything else. Still hovering above a $12 million market cap.
Bang, retweet is in. But I'm doing good. How's everybody doing?
Good. What's up, Joe? How you doing?
Doing great.
What's up, B Roots? Good to see you. Ian, we missed you. We missed you this weekend, man.
I'll be there next time. I promise.
Okay, cool. That's going to be in Vegas or what? Or are you going to Singapore?
No, apparently it's in Texas, Dallas, apparently.
Yep.
Oh, it is?
Allegedly, yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just got notified today. Luckily, I didn't book anything.
Yeah, straight up. But I had to go run over and get the MRI.
Oh, there you go.
Hoodie.
You
on.
got the MRI shirt?
Yeah, I had to
Fresh.
go.
Is that Under Armour?
It is.
Oh, MRI and Under Armour.
I need one of those,
You know,
man.
I had to represent. I don't know how you didn't get one. There was tons of them at the house.
I didn't get one. I wanted to give them to fighters in case they needed them, but I should have snagged one.
I was also the last one there doing the walkthrough before we left, so I snagged this up because it was up top. But B Roots, are you missing a pair of glasses?
I am missing a pair of glasses. Man.
Are they Evoke?
When I do my night streams, the glass and the belt is at the office.
Are they Evoke? Older fat. Hey, Big James, what's good? Because I found a pair. I have them. Whoever they are, they're Evoke glasses.
No, those aren't mine. I did see those though.
Oh, okay. Well,
They're
then
not
I got a new pair of glasses.
We'll get those to him. I want to talk about the chart, Ian. You asked me to pull it up. I mean, how are you feeling with MRI sitting here today? And everybody that's watching, we understand we're in a bearish market. I mean, but for me, and I'll give my thoughts afterwards. But Ian, for you as a fighter, you've seen what they've done for you. You've seen what they've done for other fighters. I mean, is this still a token that you're incredibly bullish on, or what's going on here?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, you see that insane parabolic run up. And I mean, the chart looks similar kind of to the Cardano, right? Like it reminded me of that, or even Volt, right? It shot way up, and, you know, it's just kind of having accumulation. They have passed 10,000 holders. I think they're almost around 11,000 holders at this moment. And, you know, they're doing things outside of crypto. And it's not like, yeah, like, I mean, things are good, like NFTs, this and that, but they're actually doing real life stuff. They have a team of developers and a team of whales and a team of admins that are just working around the clock. And they came on when the markets were just crashing. I believe it was on Tuesday. We had a Twitter space. You don't see other developers jumping on and talking in these hard times, but they have more to talk about than just the price action. They have, you know, the fights to recap. They have all these things that they're working on, different partnerships. So you see a strong community. You see strong developers that are working around the clock to make this token a blue chip token of the meme coins, because they are the first to actually give back to a real world community and to make a change, like literally make a movement in the crypto space, but not only in the crypto space, in the MMA world. And now you're seeing so many coins, you know, try to do similar things to MRI, and they are one of the game changers with a strong community that, yes, I do believe this coin right now, this is a great price point, and I see it hitting all-time highs, you know, definitely this year. What's your thoughts, 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗧?
Yeah, once again, not financial advice, but I think there is a base level right here. And let me send you all the way back. It sounds so long ago, but it was literally 3 months ago. We shot up to 5 cents and came all the way back in this area when everyone thought it was over. I remember it like it was yesterday. Everybody thought it was over, and it was just a pump and dump. And that is the level we are at right now. So it fought at this level for a good couple of days before we shot up and made new all-time highs. And that all-time high was what, 20 cents?
Yep, 1920.
So see, we have been here before, and that means there is a base. So what that means is that is our base level of solid, hardcore holders, because they're not selling. If they didn't sell the first time and rode it all the way up, why do you think they're going to sell a second time and create new lows? Not happening. And this is why. Because everyone's passionate. Those base holders are passionate about MMA. That's the difference between this and a regular typical meme coin and any other coin. There is no passion outside of, oh, it's the meme. There is an outside world to this. The MMA, the UFC, the Bellator, the LFA. All those people are watching and supporting those what was that?
Communities.
Yeah, the communities.
Those
so
promotions.
they're all passionate. I don't see it going lower than this. It might wick, but those people are going to look at it as opportunity, 100%. And just like I said, two things: the developers and the admins has to stick with it. And I truly believe that they will, because they are hardcore MMA fans themselves.
Yep.
I don't see them going anywhere. And number two, we have the outside world. I literally met, outside of Volt MRI, I literally met with Kevin Holland's agent today. And they are just as excited about the opportunity to be able to buy in low again and not at 20 cents. That means they're going to have bigger gains. These fighters are going to be able to buy in. Maybe they get some ETH for a sponsorship, and they take maybe a half or a third of their position to buy an MRI to be able to ride that up for 25, 50x. They're excited. This is like their first time getting in crypto. And when you have a base community, you have the outside world getting in. What do you think is going to happen once the market comes back? They'll pull Cardano.
What's your opinion, Jake, on it? I know you wanted to tell us.
Yeah. So look, I'm not sponsored by MRI in any way. Like, no way. And I like this token a lot. Not only am I a fan of the UFC, but when you actually get a chance to sit down and connect with these fighters and hear how this token is helping them, like I legit sat down with Gilbert Burns and he goes, like, bro, this token helped me more than you can ever imagine. Kelvin Gastelum just had knee surgery. He's like, this is like MRI helped with my surgery, helped with the recovery. Ian Heinich, who's sitting, let's see if we can find him down here, literally had these different procedures that he had to go through and medical things, and MRI helped them. So not only am I a fan of MMA, but I'm a fan of token that people that want to help these fighters. I want to help the fighters. I go there and watch these guys fight in the most intense fights that you'll ever see. And all I do is pay for my ticket. Like, I don't have to deal with the injuries or the pain. And fighter pay is something that's been an issue for a long time. So after this weekend, I was bullish on MRI. I like what they were doing. But after this weekend, and after I had a chance to connect with fighters and hear their stories and their testimonies, I was like, dude, this thing is going to go. Because there was a time where MRI, it had that parabolic run up right here. I think it was back in February. And then there was the media saying, this is a scam. It's a rug pull. We don't know what's going on. But since then, we're starting to see reputable people in the MMA space, like Chael Sonnen, like Ariel Helwani, come on and talk about MRI. So I agree with what Ian and B-Root said. It's a token I'm bullish on. As the market does recover, I think that we're going to start to see MRI recover as well. And I think it's going to be a token that's going to be around for a long, long time. And like I said, guys, I shoot it straight on this channel. I'm not paid to say that or sponsor say that at all. Those are my honest opinions.
And you know what's so cool? Like my old teammate, Chris Camozzi, when he fought in like 2017, 18, he had a barcode on the back of his shorts that had a QR code, and he was sponsored, I believe, by like a wallet or something, and people could scan it on the TV and they donated Bitcoin to it. So that he owns a Bitcoin now. And obviously back then it was probably like $20, $50, and it added up to being a Bitcoin. And so like, you're just seeing like, and obviously now we have the Venom sponsor. We can't wear those patches on our shorts in the UFC. So it's just cool, man, what they're doing. And it's cool to see what they're not only doing in the MMA world, but the crypto world. You're seeing so many other crypto projects come and they start, and they're trying to do like a real world for baseball players, for professional wrestling. And you're seeing a movement. So it's cool to see MRI be the first, and you're going to see them rise as like the blue chip in that sector.
Absolutely. And I wanted to bring attention to this as well, because my brother, he's out of town. So I have to go get the dog food before 7. So I'll probably leave in about 10 minutes. So if you have not yet, this is pinned to the top of my profile picture. Get yourself some free MRI. Join in. Get yourself some free MRI. 2 people are going to win $500 worth of MRI. Let's get to at least 100 retweets, and then we'll do that drawing. But I also want to take it to Zoe, who led the production for the event that we just hosted. What was it like for you, man? The first time really hosting a production set for this type of podcast and interviewing some of the top fighters in the world. Give us your take on the weekend.
First of all, it was awesome to be around all those fighters, and just was kind of starstruck at first. You see them on live TV knocking each other's out, trying to kill each other, as primal as it gets. But it was cool, get to interact with them, interact with all the guys, get to hear more about the token. I met a lot of the guys in Vegas, and that was cool. And got to hear about how these guys are getting paid for shouting it out and whatnot. And so you hear, okay, like, all right, they're actually paying fighters. Obviously, I got to hear Ian's story through you, Jake, through that interview a couple months ago. But then to see it again this time out here in Scottsdale, and hearing Kelvin talk about his surgery and how they paid for that, and all the other guys that you interviewed, it goes to show like they're putting their money where their mouth is, essentially, like really backing up these fighters, and they're really passionate about it. The way that you hear the fighters talk about their interactions with the MRI team, it's legit. It's not just some like B-Root said, just some pump and dump. So that was all really cool stuff. And I was like, okay. And, like you said, Jake, like, I'm not here. I'm not sponsored. I mean, I'm wearing the jacket because I had a great weekend. I actually really believe in the project. So, I'm wearing this out of, my choice, my decision. But yeah, no, it was really exciting stuff. Obviously, being at the fights too, seeing all of them there. I ran into a couple fighters who we didn't interview at all, and just walking through the arena, and I ran into some guys and recognized them, talked to them, said what's up, and they brought up MRI. Once, I was here talking with Gilbert Burns earlier, blah blah. Showed him a picture. Oh, hey, I heard about. Is this the house, the MRI house, MRI mansion is, as Pierce was putting it all weekend, and I was like, yeah. So you know about them, and so word's getting out. It's spreading, and among the big names, and the the smaller names, but it's a legit project, and if they keep it up at this pace and stick to the guns, like I don't see it failing.
I agree. I 100% agree. It is legit, and it's like, look, we're in bearish times right now. Everything's down, but it's cool to see. At first, no one was really sure what MRI was, and then the UFC came out. I'm pretty sure they were like, "Hey, this is a scam. Don't promote it." Kind of went down a little bit, and now it's like, fighters are like, "No, this shit's like legit." Like, you got Gilbert Burns. I mean, that's like one of the faces of the UFC. That's like, no, these guys help me, right? Like Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington. So I'm excited to see what MRI does, especially as they rebound. And boom, we just hit it over 100 retweets on the tweet from the Moon King himself, 𝗪𝗧𝗛. You guys, if you have not yet, probably one of my favorite follows in Twitter history, 𝗪𝗧𝗛. He's almost at 20,000. We're gonna do a big celebration.
Get me there, 300 more.
Guys, if there's, can we get him there? Let's get him there. 105 retweets. 𝗪𝗧𝗛, are you ready to do this giveaway here?
Let's do it.
MRI token. And guys,
we're doing a giveaway?
We're doing a giveaway. Yeah. Can you imagine?
Wait, let's go. Let's see if I still know how to work this thing.
There you go. We got the giveaway. Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine? Like if even if MRI just goes back to where it was, the 20-cent mark, like this giveaway is worth $20,000.
Yeah.
Is it? What's 500 times 20?
No. I thought we're going two for 500 each?
Yeah. No, we're doing 500 each, but I was just saying if it got back to the all-time high, it would
be worth
back
to all-time high.
10,000.
Let's say
10,000.
It would be, it went to 20 cents, we'll say. So $1,500 divided by what's the price now? 0.014.
Yep.
That would give you 35,714 MRI at the price now. Multiply that by 20 cents. That would be $7,142.85.
Sheesh. That's my numbers guy. That's my numbers guy. Let me get this pulled up here so we have the accurate listing, because it wasn't giving me the accurate listing for 𝗪𝗧𝗛's thing for some reason. Let me get this pulled up here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bearing with us on the Jake Gagan Show. So it would be it could ultimately be a $7,000 giveaway, which is insane.
Well, if it goes to $1, I mean, that's 35 grand.
That is 35 grand. So we have it pulled up here. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Let's get that music on. We have two winners of $500 each.
What's up?
𝗪𝗧𝗛, did you do all that math in your head?
Oh yeah. No,
I thought you were a WWE wrestler, not a mathematician.
He's a mathematician.
I always got my calculator on hand.
Okay, I was gonna say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, for $500 each, let's spin that wheel.
Dang, I got to go get my drink.
Vandy MD is the winner, as well as 𝗪𝗓𝗓1.
𝗪𝗓𝗓. Are you the cheater? 𝗪𝗓𝗓.
How about that, gentlemen? Two winners here of $500 each of MRI tokens.
Nice. That could be.
Congratulations to the winners.
That just bought the dip, man. That could be worth a lot of money.
I think it could be. I think it could be
money, man. Just for retweeting and liking.
And there it is. 116 retweets so far. Congratulations to our two winners, 𝗪𝗧𝗛. I'm going to send you this over after the stream today. And these are the Twitter accounts, so we can get that sent out tonight as well. But an incredible win here from a lot of people on the stream. Congratulations to everybody. Before we wrap it up, guys, any last thoughts on the MRI mansion, the LUNA debacle that's going on, Volt Inu? Let's start off with 𝗪𝗧𝗛.
Yeah, I'll start off with LUNA, man. That was crazy. I did not see that coming. Every bear market, there is a coin that freaking just does something crazy that you would never expect. And this one, it was LUNA. To be honest with you, I would have never sold. I would be dead honest. I would have never sold my money. I would be broke. Just because most pegs do come back. And we've even seen it with Luna before. We saw it with USDT. We saw it at USDC. So in history, looking at history, I would have never sold. And I would have been wrecked. It was a 50-50 toss-up, and a lot of people, sadly for a lot of people, it affected a lot of people. But on the positive side, we've got MRI. The price is down, but that is only opportunity. Just like we gave an example with Cardano, all the way up to $1, down to 2 cents. Everyone said it was over. They kept working. They kept going back at it, and it just boom, turned right back around, and 3x this all-time high. So to say that that can't or won't happen with MRI, my money is on MRI. As long as I see them doing what they're doing, and I am seeing it firsthand, I am in all day, every day. This is opportunity, in my opinion.
Right on. And Ian, same question to you, man. Anything that we talked about tonight, let's recap it. Anything that's on your mind here for the people that are still watching it right now.
Yeah, just like you said, Jake, get that ledger, and obviously we'll do another live show. I want to hear 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃's opinion on that as well. But I just bought the, what is it,
𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃, yeah.
𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃, and so I got that ledger going, and I'm excited to move my crypto out of there just because I don't want anything to happen like, obviously the Luna holders or the USDT, which was a terrible thing. And yeah, man, shout out to Volt Inu, the Volt Army, man. They're such a strong community, as well as Marshall Inu as well. And guys, subscribe to their YouTube channel. Subscribe to mine as well. I'm going to keep dropping a ton of content. I've been getting things going, but this next couple of weeks, you're going to be seeing a lot of videos, a lot of Volt videos, a lot of Marshall Inu videos. So subscribe to both of our channels. Subscribe to Jake's channel if you already haven't, if you're just checking this out. And Zoe, I appreciate all the bomb content that you keep dropping. And 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃, appreciate all the words of wisdom that you always keep feeding me and all the people that follow you. So follow 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃 as well. Follow Jake. Follow us. We're kind of the dynamic duo in the crypto space right now, and we're putting in that work in the bear market. And you're going to see what we do in the bull market. It's going to be something incredible. And, these four people right up here, we're all the dream team that came together by, really a God thing. And, now we're all working together hard behind the scenes to give you guys great content and put you guys in the same position that we are to be financially free and live the best life we possibly can. So thanks, Jake, for getting me on as always. And thank you to everyone who tuned in.
Love you, brother. Great guy. Ian 𝗖𝗓𝗡, great guy. I can't wait for that UFC fight. That's my brother. And Zoe, how are we doing? Let me unmute you. There's some background noise, but
yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Is it still there? Is it still there?
I think we hear people yelling. But anyways, give us your thoughts, man. Last parting segment for the people that are still with us right now.
Yeah, I mean, going off of what Ian said, you guys are the dynamic duo, but that dynamic duo about to get a third leg here.
The dynamic trio, and then the
dynamic trio, and then the quad stack with 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗃.
The dynamic.
Yeah, I'm about to get a lot more involved here.
Let's go,
Jake.
Zoe.
I've always been behind the scenes with Jake, but now we're about to step into the space a little bit more. Obviously, show some more face, and get more involved. Right now, as we said, I'm not here to sponsor no coins, but hey, I'm open to sponsorship. So hit your boy. I'm excited to see what the future holds for MRI, for Volt, for this squad here, and what we could do and put together and put on for crypto. It's cool kind of overlap of two things that we're all passionate about, UFC and crypto. So it'll be cool to see how that evolves and continues to be involved in our lives. And then lastly, touching on that Luna thing, it's a tough thing that happened. You hear about what's going on with certain people, and you hate to hear it. It's a tough look for the crypto space in general. But it is the wild, wild west, and shit happens, man. So, you just got to kind of learn from it and just hope it doesn't happen again, and just really buckle down and double up on the security. Just be smart about it. Don't be an idiot. But yeah, no. And then parting words, just looking forward to the next event. Ian, looking forward to the next fight. Might have to come through a week early, document the whole lead up, and create a little mini series.
Ian the Volt 𝗖𝗓𝗓𝗃.
Ian, I got a question, man. I still put the question out there, and I'm gonna ask you every week, man. Is the quad walking behind you to the ring, to the octagon?
Yeah, man. Well, you know, let's get a fight on the books. Let's see where I'm at, and you know, first we got to train together, right? You can't bring someone in your corner, so I'm looking forward to you guys both coming down to Florida to get trained by me and some other fighters down here. And
hey, man, I might surprise you and make you tap out, man.
I doubt that, but
you know, you
can always try. You can always try, and you know, I'm excited to train with you guys, man. And we're already so close, and when you train with someone, when you fight someone, you become even closer. You know, obviously we don't try to injure each other. We just try to hurt each other a little, and we get better. And we're gonna have some awesome training sessions, some amazing content. Hopefully Zoe will be down here. I got my camera guy down here as well. And yeah, man, I'm excited for the future of us, a future of crypto. I'm not worried in the least bit. I'm actually seeing opportunity like you guys should be. That's what the rich see. That's what the elite see. So we need to see the same thing if we want to be able to capitalize on this opportunity, which is the dip. We're in the big dip, the bear market, which it is right now. And thank you, 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗏, for always sharing knowledge with me. And we should do a live stream just in here how he talks about the markets, because this guy has been through so many bear markets, bull markets, and man, you just have so much knowledge, 𝗪𝗧𝗛. So I appreciate you bringing that to me. I can't wait to give my knowledge of beating people up to you guys, and watch you guys get a big W inside that ring. So it's going to be a good journey, guys.
Let's do it, man. Well, I appreciate everybody coming on. The Luna debacle, we had to touch on that. The Volt Army is still strong as ever. Shout out to the Volt Army. Shout out to the MRI community. Shout out to MRI for sponsoring this stream. And thank you for doing the giveaway. Congratulations to our 2 winners and to the 3 gentlemen that are on here. What are we? We're not the trinamic trio or the dynamic duo. We're the quadripic quad. We got to figure it out. We're going to figure out a nickname for us, but I appreciate you guys for coming on, and everybody that was watching, we appreciate you guys. Stay strong out there in these crazy times. We will see you guys on the next episode. The quadruple threat is tuning out. Thank you guys so much. See you guys soon. Have a good night, everybody.